Hey, boys and girls, happy Monday. It's Mr. Kelly here back with some more writing videos. Now, the reason why I'm doing another video is because we are no longer doing opinion writing. We're changing it up and we are doing narrative writing instead. So, what narrative writing is, narrative writing tells a story. It can be a real story, it could be a make believe story. You're just telling me something that's happened or something that could happen. So, I've got my new paper right here. And what's special about this paper is it's got these little boxes at the top. First, then, last. Because you're going to tell me a story and you're going to use the word first, then, and last to help tell your story. These are called temporal words, and we're going to use those at the start of each one of our supporting sentences. We still have an opening, we're going to have 3 sentences in the middle, and we're still going to have a closing at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and you do not have to write with me today. Just listen closely, because tomorrow you're going to write about the same thing that I'm writing about today. All right? Okay. So I'm going to pretend, I want you to pretend too, that you are at home on a Friday night and you can stay up as late as you want and do whatever you want. So I want you to think about some things you might want to do. Would you go into the kitchen, eat a bunch of junk food? Would you watch scary movies? Would you watch TV all night? Would you jump on the bed, play video games? What would you do? So I want you to think a few seconds for that, and I'm going to think of some things that I would do if I could stay up late and do anything that I wanted. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in while you're thinking, and I'm going to start with my opening sentence. And my opening sentence is going to be a question. And it's going to be something called a hook. We want our readers to be interested in what we're writing about. And my opening sentence is going to be, what would I do if I stayed up late? And I put a question mark at the end because I'm asking a question. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm always start with a capital. What, finger space, would finger space, I, finger space, do, finger space, if, I drop down, I stayed, finger space, up, finger space, late. So I'm asking a question, so I know I need a question mark. So there's my opening sentence. What would I do if I stayed up late? Then I'm going to jump back up here. I'm going to look at my first word. So this word says first. And it has a little comma behind that little mark right there. It's called a comma. And that kind of means you just kind of freeze a little bit when you're reading and give you a little check it and take your breath while you're reading. So I'm going to go ahead and write this next word, and this word is first. It's my first temporal word. First, I'm putting a little comma right here, just a little mark. So see, I think if the first thing I would do, boys and girls, if I was staying up late, is I would go to the kitchen and I would just eat a whole bunch of ice cream, because I love some good ice cream. My favorite flavor is cookies and cream. So I would go in there and I would whip out my cookies and cream ice cream and just go to town on the cookies and cream ice cream. So I'm going to say first, I, finger space, would, finger space, eat, finger space, ice. Now ice, we know has that soft C in there. So now I spell ice. And then for cream, I'm not really sure how to spell cream because that's not one of our sight words or spelling words, but I'm going to sound it out. I hear a blend in the front, cr. I hear an E, cr, E. And then here, So we go back and read. First, I would eat ice cream. Then I want to add my period to let me know that I'm done. And don't forget, adults and parents out there, that's called inventive spelling. We encourage our kiddos to do that. And I'm going to slide back up, and I'm going to look at my next word. My next word is then. So this is the first thing I would do. And then, so I write my word then, add my comma. Let's see, I think another thing I would love to do is watch TV. I love to watch TV. So then I would watch, so the w, ah, and then we hear that ch sound back there. And we know that when a vowel doesn't have another little consonant right there to protect it from ch, we have to add that t in there. So w, ah, t, ch, watch. Again, admitted spelling right there. Then I would watch TV. And that's easy peasy because that's just 2 letters. TV. I'm going to throw down my period. I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the whole thing to make sure everything sounds right, and I can go into my next thing, okay? What would I do if I stayed up late? First, I would eat ice cream. Then, I would watch TV. I'm going to slide back up, and my last word is last. So I want you to think about the last thing that you would do. So I ate my ice cream, I'm watch TV, and I'm going to throw in my word last right here. Last, kind of hard to see my little part, but it's a capital L. Last, put my comma right there. I would play. Play is one of those words that we just know to spell. Play games. I'm going to slide down and write the word games next. And I know and I know that a E is making an A say its name. And I'm going to be sure to add my S back there. So I've got my base word first, and I'm going to add my S. So it says games. Last, I would play games. And I'm up here, there's something that I am done. Now our new closing sentence is going to be, this is what I would do. Short, sweet, to the point. So I'm going to do this. Is what they're fitting perfect. Would do. All right. This is what I would do. Then I'm going to throw my period down there. So now I'm all done. So before I can put my writing away, though, I want you guys to be able to do some pictures up there for me. Now I see these 3 boxes, so I'm going to draw a picture in each box, and it's going to match each of these words. So my first word in here, let me grab out a highlighter so we can see a little better. So right here it says first. So I'm looking at this and it says first I would eat ice cream. So in this picture box, I would draw maybe a carton of ice cream, or me with a spoon eating some ice cream. I would just make sure that my picture matches his first sentence. My next word is then. This one says, right here's my then right here. Then I would watch TV. So of course right here in this little picture box, I would draw myself watching some TV. Might put a little show on there. I'd draw my TV sitting on maybe my entertainment center in my house. And then, let's see, I know we don't have antennas anymore, but we're going to pretend that we do. This last one, I would play games. It might be video games, it might be board games, whatever. So you would come up here and you would draw yourself, and you would draw yourself playing a game. Maybe you have a fun new little PlayStation at your house that you play with. Maybe you're more of an Xbox kid. It doesn't matter what you play. But hey, we all like to play some games every now and then, don't we? All right, so now, tomorrow, when you come back on, you guys are going to write about the same thing. What you would do if you could stay up late. You can write the same things that I did. You can write some new things. It's totally up to you. But just make sure that you use these words. And I'm going to have a copy of this paper so that way you can get it printed out and you guys can use it. All right? Okay, okay. Good luck, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Bye.